Hello, everybody. Good morning. Happy Friday.
Oh, it's going to be a great Friday. And we have some amazing weather this week. We're so excited to be here with you again for another Things to Do here in the Omaha Metro.
Welcome. Yes, so my name is Elaina Riley, and I'm here with
Maria Cade.
All righty, and we have everything you need to know about this weekend. Let's head into it.
Okay, a lot of fun, exciting events as always. As we kick off the month of February, we want to tell you about a couple of things happening here in the Metro.
Especially some new exhibits,
Yes.
so that is awesome. All right, but first off, we have information that your family fun adventure starts this weekend.
Ooh, sounds good.
Awesome. Well, 3 of the city's most beloved family destinations have launched an Omaha Family Fun Pass. Well, the $90 pass puts 4 tickets to each participating organization. And with the pass, you can catch some shows at the Rose Theater.
Nice.
And next, you can see some family-friendly movies at Filmstream's Forever Young series.
Okay, Forever Young, talk a little bit more about that. There's an exciting one that's happening this weekend at Dundee Theater, right?
Yes, it is the Princess Diaries.
Oh,
so
I love it.
awesome movies.
That's one of my favorites.
I know it should be good to show your kids, so get them educated on those good 2010s movies.
No, that was 2000s.
2000s.
A little bit earlier than that.
Wow.
A little bit earlier than
Man,
that.
time is flying.
No. That was my childhood. I won't forget it.
How lovely. Alrighty, and then to round out this family fun.
Look what we have here.
Oh, wow.
John Chapman,
Hello,
special
John
appearance. He's the best.
Wow. Unexpected guest.
Yeah, well, you can also go and visit the Omaha Children's Museum. You have until March 4th to purchase the pass, and then you can use it by March 31st.
So a little bit of time still.
Yeah. I mean,
awesome.
Princess Diaries, can we go back to that? Because that is like literally one of my all-time favorite movies ever.
It seems like you know a little bit more than me about it. But
maybe. I mean, I always, growing up, I wanted to be Princess Mia. Maybe I still do.
Yes, you love The Crown as well.
Yeah.
But all I remember from those movies basically is the sliding down on the mattresses.
Yes,
so that
iconic scene.
is what was memorable to me.
Iconic scene. And now they're making Princess Diaries 3. So the story's gonna continue for a new generation.
Definitely. So the kids got to see the old movie, and then now they're ready to watch the new movie.
Yes.
Awesome.
Really, really exciting. Okay, so this next event has to do with one of those 3 spots that you can go and visit on the Family Fun Pass at Filmstream's Dundee Theater this week. There was already one special showing, but there's going to be another special showing of a really exciting documentary that is focusing on somebody who lives right here in the Omaha Metro. So Dean Badiano, you see him there on your screen. He's better known as the Roseman of Omaha, and there's a documentary that is out now about his life and his story. And we got a chance to sit down with Dean. He came here to the First Alert 6 studios, as well as the director of the documentary, David Weiss, to learn a little bit more about it. So we want to share with you our conversation.
Well, if you've gone out on a Saturday night in the old market, chances are you know our next guest.
Yeah, he's an Omaha icon, finally stepping into the spotlight to share his big story on the big screen. And joining us now, we have Dean Badiano, who might be better known to many of you as the Roseman of Omaha, and also David Weiss, who is the director of a new documentary that's focusing on Dean's life and story. Thank you both so much for being here.
Yeah, thank you for having us.
Thank you.
Yeah, we are very, very excited to learn more. But Dean, I want to start with you. Maybe for some of our viewers who might not know a little bit about what you do and your story, give us a little bit of a background on how you became the Roseman.
Well, I saw an ad in the paper, and I had done that before, but never got the job. But this time, the woman that was hiring, it just so happened that I went to college with her husband. So she asked him if she should hire me, and said, well, I don't know if he can sell, but he's honest. So I got the job, and then worked for her for 3.5 years, and went out on my own.
And going out in the community, what do you do? Talk a little bit about that, how you sell the roses.
Well, I have to buy them and prep them, the same day, so they're fresh. But it's just a matter of going, I've done this for 25 years now, so I know where to go. But basically, I have a route, and I start from one to the other, and I don't quit till I sell out, which I usually do.
Pretty easy, huh?
Nice. All right, so David, how did you and Dean connect, and how did the idea for the documentary come about?
Yeah, actually, the truth is I had seen Dean for years, and he'd be out selling roses, and I had bought roses from him in the past, and I always thought, like, he seems like he's just really upset or kind of miserable. And I was like, what is this guy's life like when he goes home? So I had my judgments around that, right? And so, you know, Dean does have autism, which we come to find out in the movie. And so that kind of broke that shell for me. But I was out on a date, actually, and Dean came up to us, and I said, I want to tell your story. And he said, okay, you know, let me, he had some friends that were friends of mine. He said, let me talk to them, and then I'll get back to you. And so then he did, and we went out for lunch. And I honestly, I thought it was just going to be a short film. I just thought, I'll do this tight 8-minute piece and really tell this guy's story, and we'll see what we have, you know? And then we got into it, and it was like there were layers and layers to Dean's life and who he really is that people don't see when they go out and he's selling roses.
And I mean, Dean, why did you feel comfortable enough to share your story? Why did you want to do this?
I had been, you know, approached before by people in the media and whatnot, and I just never followed up. So I figured it was probably the same kind of deal, but he did follow up, and more as we got on, I felt like, you know, I could trust him. So
Felt like the right time, the right moment.
all right.
Nice. All right. So, Dean, what is something that most people would not know about you?
Yeah, because I mean, people see you out and about, you know, selling the roses, but this documentary, we're assuming, might dive a little bit deeper into your life and behind the scenes.
I've been in sales most of my life. I worked for AAA for a while, and like Dave said, I have a degree in journalism from UNL, so I've done advertising, sales, and that kind of thing. And I also do like genealogy work, mostly Sicilian, because that's where my grandfather came from. So involved in that, and then I do like numerology readings for people. And, yeah, I've just been living in Omaha since 1991. Before that, I lived in Lincoln. So,
How did you get into numerology, though?
oh well, when I was young, I used to collect baseball cards with my brother,
Okay.
and they would have like birthdays on the back of them. I just basically automatically remembered birthdays of all the baseball players, and so from there I went like remembered my friends, my family, and famous people, and so I had all these birthdays, and so numerology is based part on your birthdays, so I could pretty much apply it.
Wow, that's really neat. I know birthdays are kind of hard for many people to remember. That's something that I think I'm pretty good at too, is remembering people's birthdays.
Dean has like, what, maybe a couple thousand birthdays?
Wow.
No.
Okay, I'm not that good.
Yeah.
It's really impressive. But
Yeah.
David, I mean, talking a little bit more about the documentary, I know it first screened last year at the Omaha Film Festival,
Yes.
and since then it's been recognized quite a bit, won some awards here
Yes.
in the USA, but also it's been recognized internationally. I mean, what do you think, or why do you think rather, audiences are really resonating with this story?
I think because, you know, it started out like basically never judge a book by its cover, right? And I think that's a universal theme, first of all. And then the other thing that plays a part in that is the fact that everybody has a city that has somebody like the Roseman, right? There was the Broom Man here as well. But every city has somebody like that. And I think you see the humanity in the film, and you'll see it as it progresses too. And, you know, we go to see Dean's brother before he passes away. And there's some, you know, like emotional settings in that. I don't want to give the film away, but one of the things
no spoilers.
one of the things that comes up is that, you know, Dean had not told anybody he loved him since high school because he had a bad incident happen when he said something to somebody, and so that had stuck with him all these years. Well, he finally, you know, gets a chance to do that again in the film, and you see whether he does or not. But it ends up being like, you think it's just going to be about this guy selling roses, but actually it's about this man who's had to fight all these obstacles his whole life, which is like, you know, the hero's journey, right? And so in that process, you see that he's really a good person. He actually is very funny. He's not upset. He has autism. I mean, you just learn all these layers as we go, and I think that's why it resonates with people. I think that people want to believe in the goodness of other people, and I think that's the way the film shows it, at least.
Powerful.
Oh, yeah.
Really.
Well, David, earlier you mentioned it was going to be a short film turned into something bigger. So what was kind of that point you decided it was going to turn into that just big film
Well,
here?
we filmed like over basically 2 years. And as we were going, Dean kept saying to me, "Oh, it's going to be a feature." I'm like, "No, Dean, it's not going to be a feature. There's no way no way it's going to be a feature. It's going to be a feature, Dave." I'm like, "I don't know, Dean." And so then we just kept filming, and then we go down to Florida to see his brother, and then we have all these experiences I didn't expect to happen when we went down there. And so you come back, and I actually I rented a cabin in South Dakota outside of Rapid City, and I took my computers up there and I cut the film basically over 14 days by myself. I just isolated myself and just had to focus. And in that process, as I was going, oh man, there's just so many themes. I had whiteboarded it first, and there must have been 30, 40 themes within that. So it was like, there is an hour. There was 2.5 hours when I first got it, and then I got it down to about an hour and 32 now. Yeah. So.
Alrighty. Well, there are 2 more showings happening this week. There's Thursday as well as Saturday, and Thursday is already sold out. So what did you feel when you found out that the show got sold out? That is awesome.
How'd you feel, Dean?
Well, it was good. It was like last year at the Omaha Film Festival, the same thing happened. The first night got sold out, so they added a second night.
Yeah.
Matinee.
Wow.
So hopefully.
Does that make you feel happy or overwhelmed a little bit?
I mean, the award was nice, of course, but it was almost more telling that it got another, because it's the only, as far as I know, the only film in the 20-year history of the Omaha Film Festival to have a second showing like that. So I felt pretty proud about that.
Definitely. And David, I mean, how do you feel seeing the reception?
Yeah, it's been great. I mean, like Dean says in the film, we can't thank Omaha enough just for giving us the opportunity, and we did film a little bit in Council Bluffs as well, and so just this local community supporting each other and helping lift up Dean in a way, and so at least being willing to listen to the story. People have their judgments, right? I had my own judgments, but I think once people see the film, they'll understand who Dean really is, and maybe look at him a little bit differently going forward. That would be the hope.
Definitely. And I mean, before we wrap up, just one last question for the both of you. How do you hope that people will walk away from the documentary? What do you hope they'll take away from your story, Dean?
Well, I think, since you mentioned that I have autism, that other people with autism, because this kind of happened, one of the places we went to in Georgia, where a woman was with her adult son who had autism, and it gave him hope. And so maybe it'll give other people hope that, it's not going to take overnight, but you can find your place. It's just going to take, time and perseverance. And if you do that, then, there's good things that can happen to you. It's not,
Definitely. And David,
Yeah.
anything you hope people
Yeah,
take away?
I think people just be open-minded. And we live in a society right now that's built on judgments and division. And so Dean's story is a story of perseverance and hope. And so hopefully, and understanding who he really is. So hopefully people come out and see it for that reason.
Really powerful message. Thank you both for being here again. There is one showing that's not sold out. It's happening at the Dundee Theater Film Streams on Saturday afternoon. We're going to have all the information for you to get those tickets up on our website, firstalerts6.com. Wow. Yeah, same reaction. I mean, it was just such a powerful conversation. We left that morning just, really feeling impacted by Dean's story, and then, the impact the ripple effect, I should say, rather, that can have on so many other people. Yeah. You went to the showing last night, so let's take a look. We took a little bit of video from last night. How was it?
It was so fun. Wow. So it was a sold-out theater there at that Dundee Film Streams. So about 300 seats were all filled. Oh my goodness. I could barely get a spot. I was right up front. It was a great documentary. I would recommend it.
Yeah, again, it's showing Saturday night again. Saturday afternoon at 1 o'clock. If you do want to go check it out, wow, it's really, really cool to see. And they had a talk pack too. How was that?
Yeah, good. They had a Q&A session after the documentary was shown, so that was great as well. And a good amount of people stayed for that. Just nice for people to get to ask questions to Dean, get to really talk to him, and see a little bit more from him, as well as David.
So talk a little bit about how the audience reacted to the movie. I mean, his message is very, very powerful. And he already said in that interview, I mean, when they have shown it at other documentary film festivals, there has been a really big reaction from people.
Yeah, just nice to see a lot of Omaha coming out and supporting him. I know I was actually moved to tears by the documentary a couple times, so as well as a lot of laughter was there in the theater as well. So the audience really did love it. In the Q&A session, there was a woman, she's a mother, she said that she has a couple of sons that are on the spectrum as well. She just asked Dean, how can I support my sons? She was crying during this question, and he had a really, really great answer for her just about supporting them, being there for them as their mother.
I'm sure it was really, really special to be in the room.
Yeah,
I'm sad
it
I
was.
missed it. But if you do want to go and see it again, you have one more chance
Yeah.
for right now, because they actually told us privately that they're going to be showing it other places in the future. But if you want to see it here in Omaha this weekend, Saturday at 1 o'clock.
There's some tickets left, so you got to get those soon because
Yep.
they may sell out as well.
There you go. Get them.
Awesome, awesome. Okay, so we have another fun event for you, the Lego exhibit at the Durham Museum. Oh my goodness.
Take a look at these pictures
Yeah,
here.
it is interactive. Of course, it's Legos, has to be interactive.
Yes.
It's called Get Building, and it's opening tomorrow. And visitors of all ages, you're encouraged to explore extraordinary Lego recreations of iconic Nebraska landmarks, as well as create your own masterpiece. Well, those landmarks, some of them are the Omaha's Union Station. Of course, that's a great one.
Yeah, we see the real version there. But you got to
There
go
we
to the real
go.
version to see
Yes.
the Lego version.
We'll see both. As well as the Nebraska State Capitol. That's a fun one. The Omaha Streetcar. So we'll see
Oh,
what they have
future,
for that.
future.
As well as Carhenge here in Nebraska.
Nice.
Awesome.
Really, really cool.
Well, in the museum, it's open from 10 a.m. to 4 p.m. today, as well as tomorrow, and then noon to 4 p.m. on Sunday. Well, you can access the exhibit with regular admission. That's through May 3rd.
Okay, so you have a good 3-4 months almost to
yeah.
go and check it out. Really, really cool. And I love seeing the renderings here. This is something that I definitely want to check out in person.
Yeah, it's so fun how much Legos bring people together. You know, kids love them and adults as well. I know my brother does, so awesome.
Well, you know, the Durham is actually coming out with quite a bit of new exhibits for the springtime. This is just one of them. We're actually going to have Scott Eastman from the Durham Museum coming on the show next Friday to speak a little bit more about their upcoming Green Book exhibit, which is also opening this month. So that's going to be a really powerful interview and a really powerful exhibit. I know we're excited to learn a little bit more. So tune in next week and you can learn a little bit more about that new exhibit. But now we want to head into our hot topic segment because there are a lot of things happening this weekend that we want to talk about. Of course, Super Bowl 60. You can watch it right here on First Alert 6. Kickoff is scheduled for 5:30, but of course they have some performances beforehand. Charlie Puth is singing the national anthem, and Green Day is also set to appear during the opening ceremony as well. Patriots versus Seahawks. Bad Bunny, you see him there on your screen. He is performing the halftime show. I am very excited for that. I'm not the biggest football fan, so I mean, I'll be honest, that's the main reason why I'm tuning in. I'll be honest. I don't want to speak for you, Elaina, but maybe same.
Maybe same. I think I like the food as well as just the vibes.
Food
of
is
the
always
Super
good.
Bowl.
Okay, who do you have, Patriots or Seahawks?
Seahawks, I am a bandwagoner of them since I was younger. So there we go.
I'm going with Seahawks too. I'm a Steelers fan, so if the Patriots win, they'll have the most Super Bowls. We can't have that happen, so Seahawks have to win so that Steelers can still stay on top for now.
Yes. All right. Speaking of Super Bowl, we have pizza here. That is my
Yes.
favorite Super Bowl food as well.
Yummy.
So Monday is National Pizza Day. So fun. All righty. Well, it's one of America's all-time favorite foods, of course.
Yes.
And you can have thin crust, Chicago style, deep dish, or
That's my
anything in
favorite.
between.
Yeah.
What's your favorite, Maria?
Deep dish, yeah.
Oh, okay.
Yep.
Mine is thin crust. I
Okay,
think.
there you go.
All righty.
Everyone has their faves.
We have some fun facts here for you guys. That is, pepperoni is the most popular pizza at 36% of all pies ordered.
And I am a part of that statistic. That's what I get when I get pizza.
Team veggie.
There you go.
Alrighty, well, over 3 billion pizzas are sold in the USA each year, so good job, guys.
A lot of pizzas.
And then lastly, Americans consume on average 23 pounds of pizza per person each year.
Okay, that is crazy. Let me try and figure this out here. So I don't know how much like an 8-count pizza, how much it weighs. Maybe for this we could just say like a pound. So that means that if people are eating, what is it, 23 pounds? Okay, 23 pounds every year. That means that people are eating 23 whole pizzas every year. Does that sound like something that you have done?
I don't think so. I don't think so.
I don't think so either. It's crazy. But I mean, maybe like I should start counting how much pizza I eat every time I eat it to see if it adds up to that.
Good
I know
idea.
I've definitely had pizza once this year so far. So
Keep it
but it was
going.
like one slice. So I don't know. You'd have to add it up.
Yeah.
But there are so many great pizza places here in Omaha. What are your favorites?
Noli's, my favorite, hands
Noli's is
down.
good. Okay, I guess sticking here with Blackstone Midtown. I love Smoke and Oak. We go there a lot too. It's pretty close here to our station, so that's always a good option too.
Oh, good. Cool. It's nice how they make it right in front of you.
Yeah.
A nice thing to bring to Jazz on the Green, maybe.
Oh,
I know we
yeah,
did that over the
definitely.
summer. So
Well,
fun.
I like it too because you can make your own pizzas and there's a lot of different ingredients, so that's always fun. But moving on, of course, it is Valentine's month. Valentine's Day is coming up next week, and local coffee shops have some new offerings, Valentine's offerings. So here we see offerings from Zen Coffee Company. You can get their coffee flights, of course, that cookie butter latte. It looks so good. I definitely want to try it. Cup and Cone over in Bennington, they also have some new offerings. They also have cookie butter latte as well. I think that might be it there on the screen. But one that I want to point out too, they have a drink that's called the Tiramisu latte.
Wow.
I love tiramisu. That's my favorite dessert of all time. So I definitely want to go and try that.
Yeah, they're getting creative with those names.
Yes,
Oh, my goodness.
definitely. There were some options too at both places that were also not coffee. So they have some teas, some refreshers as well. If coffee's not your thing, quite a few options. I think that's one there on your screen from Cup and Cone. So definitely looks yummy.
Nice. All right. Well, next up here in Blackstone, Crescent Moon is celebrating an anniversary. So
Yeah.
congrats to them.
Yes,
It
happy
is their-
anniversary.
yes, they're 30 years. So awesome. Well, they opened back in February of 1996. They've been serving up tasty craft beers and Rubens since then. Well, they're celebrating their 30 years of amazing beers, is what they say. In February,
We'll take their word for it.
They've been having events all week, actually.
Yes,
so
the
those have been a
whole
lot of
week.
fun. Yeah. And then tonight, they're going to have a night with Boulevard Brewing Company featuring a special duo, logoed glass, as well as a Boulevard prize wheel and Boulevard beers. So a big party there.
There you go.
And then tomorrow, it's an afternoon of Yacht Rock and Odell Brewing.
They love Yacht Rock over at Crescent
We
Moon.
do too. So DJs Dark and Stormy are going to be there. If you know them, you know
They're
are a great
great. Yeah,
time.
we've been to a show that the two DJs have done before. They
Yeah.
they keep the music going. It's
Yeah,
good.
it was
vibes,
awesome.
Good vibes.
All right, yeah, they're gonna have all the Yacht Rock hits featuring Odell beers, and then trivia and some prizes. So.
Yeah, and I mean, you probably saw in that video
Mm-hmm.
too. Of course, the famous Reuben, #1 Reuben, tied with Homegrown here in the Blackstone District.
we go.
According to you guys, everybody voted, and you guys voted for Crescent Moon. So go check out that Reuben. 30 years. Congratulations on that anniversary.
All right, now here we are on our website at First Alert 6. Let me scroll up here. This is our web story, things to do, activities, and events. So we have all of these events listed here and information on tickets, times, everything you need to know. So our 3 top events, and then if we scroll down, we have our free events. These are a lot of good things for kids or anyone wanting to save some money there, as well as some other happenings. Do you see anything that sticks out to you, Maria?
Yeah, a lot of fun things happening this weekend. Of course, we have Creighton men's and women's basketball. Always fun. The season's almost wrapping up because we're coming into March. We're going to be hitting March Madness soon. So if you want to go and cheer on any of your favorite teams, you only have a couple weeks left
There you go.
to go ahead and do that.
Yeah, a couple things that stuck out to me is ice cream for breakfast event. That's at E-Creamery. There you go. Couples hike at Hummel Nature Center. There was something else. Pancake and pajama party at Fat Brain Toys and Village
Ooh, that
Point.
sounds fun.
Yeah. And then what else?
There's a.
Oh,
Go ahead. Yeah.
kids yoga and mindfulness workshop. That's there at the A.V. Sorensen Library. as
Tonight's
well.
actually the opening night of the neighborhood exhibition. It's happening at the Radial Arts Center out in Benson, 6 to 9. That exhibit is actually focusing on Mr. Rogers, who, of course, is a famous childhood icon. We all grew up watching Mr. Rogers. As somebody who is from the Pittsburgh area, he is from Pittsburgh. The show is based in Pittsburgh, so he'll always have a special place in my heart. I really want to check that out.
Awesome. All right, well, we have some more events that we are going to talk about now. We'll head into that. We have Dinosaurs Unearthed, a trek through time. This is going to be the new exhibit at the Lee G. Simmons Wildlife Safari Park there in Ashland. And with this exhibit, guests can walk through a prehistoric environment with large-scale animatronic dinosaurs, and they move around, and they're going to roar, so they're going to be basically come to life there.
So cool.
And then there are also hands-on learning opportunities. That includes a fossil dig area, so I know the kids love that.
Yeah, me too. Hey, I'll admit it. I'd love to go.
There you go digging.
Well, the news came out about this week, and I mean, a lot of people online had a lot to say. A lot of people are really excited for it, so
Definitely.
I can't wait to see what they do.
Yeah, it's scheduled to open in April. We do not have an exact date yet, so we're still waiting on that.
Really, really fun. And sticking with our sports theme, of course, the Winter Olympic Games. The opening ceremony starts today. You can watch the Olympics the entire time right here on First Alert 6, just like the Super Bowl. We're going to be having all of the Olympic coverage. The opening ceremony, it's today at 1 o'clock. There's going to be musical performances. Mariah Carey is performing. We've talked about that for quite a bit. Andrea Bocelli. Of course, this is happening in Milano Cortina, so they got to get the Italian artists out to perform as well. I studied opera and classical music in college, so I grew up listening and loving Andrea Bocelli, so I cannot wait to hear him perform. He's incredible still to this day, even at his age. He's amazing. And then there's also the Parade of Nations, so you can see all of your favorite athletes before they go and compete in their events. And again, this is happening at 1 o'clock on First Alert 6, so make sure you tune in. And you can head over to our website to get all that Olympics coverage, too. We will have everything for you up there on firstalert6.com.
Perfect. All right, next up, the Shark Tunnel of Love. Doesn't that sound fun?
Ooh.
Alrighty, you can dive into love with a Valentine's experience at the Henry Dorley Zoo, so a staple here in Omaha. And guests ages 21 and up, you're invited to explore select areas of the zoo with this event. There's going to be some immersive experiences and surprises. You can select the experience that matches your evening. That's general admission to early access, as well as some private igloos if you'd like that. Well, February 13th and 14th are already sold out.
Oh,
so this is
I
why we're
know.
letting you
Yeah,
know
you
about
gotta
this
get on it.
now. Well, tickets do remain for February 11th and 12th. At least the last time we looked,
Yes.
they did. But they're going fast. So you can book your perfect Valentine's date night today.
Yeah, and it's called the Shark Tunnel of Love, so a lot of it takes place inside the Scott Aquarium. That's really, really fun.
There you go. General admission is from 6:30 to 9:30 p.m. It is $65 for non-members and $52 for members. And then Igloo and VIP, that is 6 p.m. to 9:30 p.m. But the VIP is sold out as well there.
Yeah, but you could still get an igloo if you wanted.
There you go.
Pretty
I know
cool.
we'd like to try that. That sounds like fun.
Definitely.
Awesome.
Okay, the last thing we want to tell you about for this week, if you know, you saw me and Elaina, we were wearing our red. So we do want to let you all know today is Wear Red Day. If you see people wearing red, they're wearing red in support of the American Heart Association and in support and to raise awareness for women who are impacted by cardiovascular disease. February is also American Heart Month, so we're going to be sharing different things all throughout February on First Alert 6. I know for me, for our Safety Desk segment, I got to speak with Shannon Hilaire from the American Heart Association Nebraska chapter. She gave us some tips and some things that we can all do to sort of keep our heart health in check. It's some friendly reminders. One really common thing that you can do is learn hands-only CPR. It's real easy. It's just 2 steps. So the first step, you want to call 911, and the second step, you want to push hard and fast on the person's chest. So once you know that, you can really save a life, and it's something pretty easy. Just, something that is pretty staggering, but it's really important to talk about this. More than 4 in 10 women in the U.S. have some form of cardiovascular disease. So that could be a heart disease or a stroke. And that figure is only expected to grow. So it's really important to raise awareness and keep this in the front of our minds and keep your heart health and your health in general at the front of your mind so that everybody can stay safe and healthy. And the American Heart Association of Nebraska does such a great job.
There you go. There's
to
their
do that.
Facebook.
Yeah, their website is heart.org/Nebraska. We also have that linked up on our website, firstalert6.com. And they have a lot of different health tips. And again, you can learn how to do that hands-only CPR. They have a demo on there as well. So give that website a visit and learn some things. This month's the perfect month to do so.
Good information, Maria. And we have your web story here as well. Ooh,
Yep.
there we go. That is online on our website.
There you go. firstalert6.com.
We have our fun accessories for you now. I stole Rusty's glasses. Don't tell him. Don't tell him.
No, she gave them to Rusty.
Oh, okay.
She gave them to Rusty. Yes, if you saw the picture, you saw it on our website. Or on our Facebook, excuse me.
Okay.
But yeah, again, make sure if you haven't already gotten dressed, or if you have, maybe, and you haven't left your house yet, change into your red to support women's heart health. It's a really, really important initiative. I know it's something personal for me. When I was only 6 months old, I was diagnosed with a rare congenital heart defect called Kawasaki disease, and I was in the hospital for a little bit. And I don't remember it because I was a little kid, but I know how that made my family feel, and it's something that they've continued to tell me about, it just to raise awareness and educate me. So now I can pass that on to other people and let them know it's really, really important to make sure that you go to those checkups, know what to do in case something happens to somebody who you're with, a loved one. It can really save their life. So
Thanks for sharing.
yeah, really, really important.
Okay. Well, thank you everyone for joining us. We had so much fun this morning. I hope you had a lot of fun
Yes.
with us.
We will see you again next week. Have
We'll
a
be
great
back.
weekend.